Well, I don't need to have it every day.
2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Utah Jazz. So for the Jazz, their last game a win against the Suns at U.S. Airways Center. That game a high-scoring affair. We'll see if this one turns into a shootout as well. And guys, before he got hurt last year, we saw vintage Chris Bosh. He became a bigger focus without LeBron. We got a reminder of just how dominant he can be, Shaq.
Yeah, he got back to scoring over 20 a game for the first time since leaving Toronto. He provides an offensive presence inside and out. I just hope he's healthy to play the whole season this year.
Yeah, he was very efficient, shooting 46% from the floor. His ability to take you outside and through a four. And then we saw his post game again, Ernie. We hadn't seen that since Toronto, and like Shaq said, but we saw it again. Great season last year before the injury.
That does it for us. Kevin Harlan with the call, and we will see you later.
I don't like it. Look at their sets. I'm never talking about that with everyone. That's embarrassing.
It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. After this one game on the road, the Jazz will head back home to Utah. There's no question this game will put them to the test. Facing off against a team that has every expectation of beating them, they'll need to play a complete game to snare a win.
And this is the second meeting of four. And having lost that first one, this one really important. You don't want to dig a hole and allow them to take a mental edge over you.
Hey, being down 2-0 is certainly not what they're looking for. It's just a matter of them studying that last meeting, learning from their mistakes, and then making the necessary changes and adjustments.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Conley out there with Foy. Then there's Johnson. Then there's Chris Bosh. And it's Muscala in at the 5.
And guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bosh touched it last. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Outside Rose to the inside. Here's Kobe. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Bryant's got 5 points so far. Conley with it. 32 points for him last game against Phoenix. The drive by Bosh, and it's good. Bosh has got his first points of the game.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Gay right side, and taken away by Johnson. 3-on-3 from past the arc. Shot's good.
Savvy move to pull up from three-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you've got it, take it.
Rose against Conley. Outside Rose. Favors with the screen. Rose kicks to Favors. Rose back up, and there's the bucket as Pekovic finishes it off.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Conley kicks to Bosh. Now, here is Four, guarded by Kobe. The Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. It's tipped. And oh, here we go. Foy's got it. The fast break chance. Johnson, good.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
The Warriors leading. Outside Bryant. Outside Favors. Now here's Kobe. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
But what stood out for me was his gorgeous playmaking out there. I mean, over and over, he was finding his teammates in a great position to score.
And here is Johnson following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Here's Conley. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You know, they played well enough to win. But to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against the Suns.
And in that game, they did damage in a variety of ways. They were more or less unstoppable offensively.
Showed off all of their weapons and resources at that end of the floor. Really just put on a marvelous show. Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Here is Conley following the score by Golden State. Bosch, the screen. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. The shot no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Ahead, here's Gay. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution. Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, G, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Here's Kobe following the basket by Chris Bosh. And Kobe, here we go. Gay dishes the Rose. No good on the three.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Warriors have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. On the wing, Bryant. Covered by Foy. Kobe passes to Favors. Back to Kobe. The three. Kept alive. Here's Rose. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Hezonja, he's checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Kobe. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for the Jazz. Now here's Carter-Williams. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
And there's Barbosa. That's good on the assist by Rose.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Andrew Beverly is checked in for Rose. And Utah with a change here, too. Meeks is checked in. Jazz trail by 5. Now Johnson. 7 points in the game. To the wing on the left. Jacks up a three. Meeks can't hit.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And that one's good. Beverly's got his first 2 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
And Utah has possession after the Warriors pick up 3. And here is Carter Williams. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Beverly against Carter Williams. 17-foot shot on the way. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. He feeds it to McGarry. Left side, Bosh puts it up from 12. That doesn't go either for Bosh. Warriors leading by 9. Here's Hezonja. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Porter, no luck.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Beverly, the pass to Hezonja. Hits it from 3-point range. Hezonja's got 6 points.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Now, here's Meeks. An 11-point game for him in the win against Phoenix. And that one's good by Porter.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Olynyk. And another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Here's Carter Williams. And Chris Bosh with the slam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Here's McGarry. 9 points last game out. Bosh drives in. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game. I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit. I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Now here is Barbosa. 14 points from him the last game against Milwaukee. That's good. Hezonja's got 9 points.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
Now here's Bosh. Really played well against Phoenix in his last outing. That drops.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Barbosa for 3. The rebound by McGarry. McGarry's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
Off target from 3-point range. Jazz trail by 10. Here's Porter. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Porter's got his 2nd bucket of the night. The Warriors shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
Now here is Barbosa. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Meeks with it, covered by Barbosa. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Carter Williams. Second shot opportunity. McGarry, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's Meeks. And that one's good. McGarry. McGarry's got his first bucket in this one.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And Beverly kicks to Favors. Over to the left wing. Pass to Beverly. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And that's playing into the hands of...
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure,
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've definitely had a high hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Muscala Conley out there with 4. Then it's Johnson, and it's McGarry in at the power forward position. Now here's Gay after the miss from Joe Johnson. Gay dishes to Olynyk. They grab their own miss for 3. Kobe, that is good. Bryant's got 14 points for the game.
They've been outstanding from three-point range in this quarter.
Here's Conley, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Warriors leading by 13. Here's Beverly. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Beverly's got his second basket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Oh, that's blocked. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Rose, he's checked in for the Warriors. Outside Conley. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Playing as a team so crucial. Let's see the NBA's best. The Warriors, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list. And we all know Utah is a very young team. Last year, only the 76ers were younger. Still very competitive, given the age and the lack of experience from this group.
Here we can see, Kevin, where the Warriors rank in the NBA right now. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and they're also #1 distributing the basketball. This is a team that knows how to find the open man and convert those opportunities.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses. And I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Now here's Conley after the miss from Nikola Pekovic. There's Foy with the three, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Foy's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Rose passes to Olynyk. The rebound by McGarry. Jazz trail by 12. And Foy kicks to Muscala. Here's Conley. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Conley's got his second basket of the night. The Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Taken away. McGarry dishes to Conley. Johnson wide open. He fires. Misses the three.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
McGarry with the steal. Johnson with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Conley kicks to McGarry. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Now, here's Rose. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Milwaukee.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming. And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
And the Jazz call time here. Last time they met was in Utah.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
And Greg, you know how it is. At some point, you just got to man up and play with a lot more aggressiveness and toughness and pride inside.
Outside Conley. Kicks it out to Johnson. Lots of room. Warriors with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
Now Johnson. Following the three-point attempt by Kobe Bryant. McGarry kicks to Conley. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first year.
On our old partner, Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars in Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success.
No.
I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff, and Steve has that.
Excellent point.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Now, that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic?
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Michael Conley picks one up. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
Here's McGarry. That's it, coming off an assist from Johnson. McGarry's got 5.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work.
Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Oh my goodness, he's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Timeout called the Warriors.
A lot of NBA teams have been outright buying developmental league teams. I mean, the Jazz did that last season. They purchased the Idaho Stampede last March, and we see more and more of that happening. One-on-one affiliations between D-League teams and NBA teams.
Derek Favors checked in for Golden State. And a switcher also for Utah. Chris Bosh has checked in for McGarry. Shot clock at 2. Here's Favors. Rebounded by the Jazz. Well, last year the Jazz acquired the Stampede from the D-League. It makes sense. They'll have a designated place now to develop, Greg, all their young talent.
And Kevin, it's really a key for the Jazz to have those extra minutes available for all those young talents to get an opportunity to get confidence, but also to learn your system. I think more and more NBA teams will follow this route of buying D-League teams.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. To take a look at the Warriors, they've been in peak form as we watch them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Utah, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And for the Warriors, a lot to live up to this season. And really, they have come through. It can be hard on a team when the expectations are that high, trust me, but it has not bothered them one bit.
Greg, you know, I think it's really fueled their fire. They want to be the alpha dog. They love everybody hunting them down.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Hezonja, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. And it's Barbosa in for Bryant.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Here is Porter. After Rudy Gay's bucket, Porter kicks to Meeks. Another miss by Utah. Warriors leading by 13. Gay with it, now guarded by Porter. Outside Rose. The pass to Hezonja. No good from outside. Utah has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Porter, no luck.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Here's Bosh. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Rose passes to Gay. And the powerful one-handed slam.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Faded away to create the space. 17 points for Chris Bosh.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Jazz trail by 14. And Meeks kicks to Muscala. Carter Williams dishes to Bosh. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Bosh has got 6 points in the quarter.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end.
Now Carter Williams following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. And he gets it to go. And so it's Golden State with it. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept them in it.
And Utah has possession. Following the score by Golden State. Here's Bosch. That's good. Bosch has got 23 points.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Carter Williams against Rose. Kicks to Gay. To the paint. And it's Favors shutting it down. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Now here's Gay following the miss by Chris Bosh. Rose, no good. Jazz trail by 12. Outside Bosh. To the middle. It's stolen by Rose. Here we go. All alone. Goes up. Oh!
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And Azania gets it to go.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Now here's Bosh. He's got 23. And he gets it to go. Bosh has got 12 now in this quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Down low, here's Gay. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had some really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And a switcher also for Utah. McGarry's checked in. Carter Williams against Beverly. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Now in the lineup for the Jazz, Randy Foye.
Here's Bosh. 25 points in the game. Foye, the pass to Carter Williams. No coverage that time.
Michael Carter Williams.
Carter Williams has got his first 2 points of the night. Here's Gay. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, that's a tough call there with the naked eye. Fortunately, the league's replay center able to slow it down, zoom in, and check all the angles.
Exactly. Making certain the right call was made. They've done a great job of speeding the process and giving the officials the information they need to arrive at the right call.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. And so that brings the first half to a close. Warriors lead by 14. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I've got Joe, and you started out with a great first half and seemed to have that extra boost in your game tonight. Did you feel you needed to take on a bigger role?
I'm just trying to be more assertive.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. The first quarter was all about Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 19 points and 1 assist. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game, and that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They relied way too heavily on three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game were off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settle for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Chris Bosh in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
We've got Rudy Gay. Bryant is out there with Rose. And there's Pekovic. And it's Favors in at the power forward. That's the Warriors 5.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Conley with it. To the middle. Here's Bosh. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
Now here's Conley, and the layup's good off the glass. Conley's got 10.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Rose kicks to Favors. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Bosh.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far. And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3. And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget. Sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And it goes out of bounds. And the last touch by Pekovic. And so it's Utah here with the ball. They trail by 11.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
You know, really doing a good job of getting into the teeth of that defense here.
That's 6 of their last 10 coming from inside the paint.
Conley against Rose. And Bryant wide open. He shoots. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Jazz trail by 11. Utah calls timeout. Clark, another milestone for Kobe Bryant last season. He reached 30,000 points and 6,000 assists, and no one else has ever done that.
Well, it's rare that you see scorers of that volume reach an assist total that high, but I think it speaks to Kobe's passing ability, which is undervalued and overshadowed at times.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. He told them to always have their eyes up, always be looking for passing lanes and ways to get the ball into the low post. That was the brunt of his message. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. Muscala hits the bucket.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
And the Warriors making a change here. Olynyk checked in. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Utah. And then Gabe with the jam.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Just 2 to shoot. Meeks. Warriors with the rebound. Talking about Randy Foye last year. One difference is that he started almost every game, 78th the most in his career. That may have given him, Greg, additional confidence. Who knows?
Well, where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back.
Rose kicks to Olynyk. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Olynyk's got 5.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Rose kicks to Gay. Rose double teamed. Pekovic attacking. Shot is off. So Utah will take it the other way. 3-on-3. Conley kicks to Johnson. Feeds to Meeks. There's the pick. Passes it to Conley. The dish to Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing. Fires it up. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Conley with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And it's Conley penetrating. The 3 from Johnson. And it's Johnson again missing. Warriors leading by 11. Kobe kicks to Gay. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Hezonja, he's checked in for Gay. Barbosa comes in for Kobe. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rose. Now here's Johnson. 11 points in the game. Bosch, the screen. Dishes to Meeks. Pass to McGarry. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that 2-hand.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
Now here's Johnson. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. The second effort. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pekovic has got his third rebound tonight to stop the drought. And the layup good by Beverly. Beverly's got 6 points.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Pekovic from the right block. The shot is good. Jazz trail by 10.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA. There's some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career, but having been in the shadow of LeBron and D. Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot.
And the Warriors making a change here. Favors is checked in, and Utah with a change here too. Porter's checked in. Now here's Beverly. He's got 6. Barbosa for 3. That's good. Barbosa's got 8 points. But getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. I mean, just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
Now here's Carter Williams. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Carter Williams with it, defended by Beverly, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist. And he's now got the double-double, 11 points and 10 rebounds. It's stolen by Carter Williams. He dishes it to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 5 assists in the game. Warriors leading by 9. Now here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Outside Favors. Pass to Azania. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. Utah with the rebound. Carter Williams dishes to Johnson. And it's blocked.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Randy Foye, he's checked in for Chris Bosh. That one misses. The Utah Jazz saw one of the biggest year-to-year improvements in the league last season. The big part of that, of course, was their play on the road.
And, you know, Kevin, they nearly doubled their road wins from last season by getting 17 away from home. And I thought they progressively got better as the season wore on.
Outside Favors. Inside. Beverly, the pass to Olynyk. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Johnson kicks to Porter. This one for 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Azania, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Johnson up top. Plenty of space. And that one's good. Johnson's got 15. 1:27 left to play in the third. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Barbosa. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Nikola Pekovic comes in for Olynyk, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Hezonja. Here's Beverly after Joe Johnson's score. 56 seconds left to play here in the third. Favors against Johnson. And Favors kicks to Gay. The long distance three is buried. Gay's got 28.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And it's Johnson penetrating, and it's Carter Williams in the corner. Muscala misses.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Gay kicks to Favors. Porter pulls it in. And Foy with a clear path to the hoop. And that one's good. Foy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Warriors ahead. They're up by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Warriors leading by 9. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Utah, Jody Meeks out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Foy. Then it's Conley. And it's Muscala in at the 5 spot. Here's Meeks. Now the feed to Muscala. And Foy kicks to Meeks. And another shot. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. That's good for Meeks.
And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated 3-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Bosh. Outside Bryant. To the inside. Here's Favors. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Conley dishes to Meeks. Releases from 15. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And Kobe the bucket with the assist by Rose. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Bosh against Pekovic. Outside Bosh. Conley with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 8. Outside Rose. Right side Favors. Can't hit. And it's Utah the other way.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Conley, the pass to Muscala. Another miss by Utah. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. No good from Gay.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Bosch with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. That one goes. Count it. 35 points for Chris Bosch.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out. You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Now Rose. He kicks it to Kobe. Utah with the rebound. Muscala's got 11 rebounds in the game. And Foy kicks to Conley. And here's Meeks. Back to Conley. There's a good screen. 6 on the shot clock. And there's another one for the Jazz.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
And it's not often you see a team as efficient from that short 17, as I like to call it, but it's really worked well for them today.
Here is Favors. Michael Conley making his last shot. Outside Favors from downtown. That doesn't go either for Bryant.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Conley kicks to Meeks. He feeds it to Muscala. Conley against Rose. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Foy, and Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
They set the screen. Again, Conley missing. Warriors leading by 4. Rudy Gay on the wing. The pass to Pekovic. Inside. Here's Favors. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league. Had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He has, you know, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly coming up for Mr. Favors.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now here's Bryant, following the miss by Chris Bosch. And Bryant kicks to Rose. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead. Utah has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Conley dishes to Bosch. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Bosch has got 37.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Kicks it to Favors. On the wing, Bryant. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Conley kicks to Muscala. To the middle. Wants to get it to Foy, and does. Five to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Out to Conley. Launches it. Good. Conley's got 11 in the second half.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Stolen by Bosch. Bosch, the screen. And Voy kicks to Meeks. Here's Bosch. Drilled from 6 feet. Bosch has got 39.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Feeds to Favors. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Muscala, and that one falls coming off Conley's feed. Conley's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Warriors have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the 4th quarter. They're 7 for 12. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Looking at the game for Derek Favors, 11 rebounds and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And was it a good one? Really, one of their highlights of the game defensively.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Derrick Rose. And Utah also making a switch. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Jody Meeks. Conley kicks to Foy. From the high post. It's rebounded by Golden State. At one point, they led by 16. Beverly wide open. Rebound, Utah. Johnson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Bosch, that's the pick for Johnson. Conley into the lane. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Conley's got 9 points in the quarter.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Out to the wing, out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Warriors leading by 3. Here's Beverly. It's Gay on the wing. Puts it up from 12. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Gay's got 30 points.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch. Well, Joe Johnson in this one, he has 17 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
He's off on the first.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
And even though he couldn't get all of them to fall, he did make it a 2-possession game.
Now here's Conley. The Jazz with another miss. And now here comes Gay leading the break, and then Favors with the dunk.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Outside Bryant. Right wing. Beverly the pass to Favors. Gay with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 2. 1:25 left to play in the final quarter. .125 left to play here in the fourth. Gay with the block. It's Gay on the wing. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 2. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Conley dishes to Bosch to tie it up. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Kobe with it. Pass to Gay. Gay is double. And Bryant kicks to Favors. Second chance shot.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Bryant. The rebound by Johnson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And it's still within reach.
But they have to be really close to perfect from here on out. I mean, they have to get their offense right on target, right on point immediately.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. Utah calls timeout. They're losing by 2. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? You can go for the 3 to win or the 2 to tie. What's your choice in a situation like this, Clark?
Well, I don't think you set that decision in stone and anchor it in this timeout. You see how things play out. You're going to try to get a good, quick shot. And if it's a good 3 with a good shooter, let it fly. If it's something in the paint, then you take that. But it's about being a good, quick shot in this situation.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. And you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. There's Foy with the 3. Bullseye! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. Timeout called the Warriors. Six seconds left in the fourth. Rose passes to Kobe. Here's Gay. Can't cash in. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Overtime just ahead. Jump ball right around the corner. And it's the Warriors to start out. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Favors is out there with Rudy Gay. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Kobe. And it's Pekovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
He's only got half of the equation right, Kevin. He's getting to the free throw line often, but he's not making enough of them. Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That one is off. He hits the second from the line.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Rose kicks to Pekovic, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here's Johnson. Bosch trying to free himself up, and too long on the shot.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Foy with it, defended by Bryant. 5 on the clock. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Foy.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Kobe dishes to Favors. On the wing, Bryant. It's stolen by Foy. A little over a minute and a half gone now here in overtime. Had the space there, but it's offline. And for the Warriors, they're shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And the basket by Rose.
And it's almost as if they knew exactly what the D was going to throw at him on that possession.
Conley kicks to Johnson. There's a screen. And Utah, another 3.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And that one's good by Favors. Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. Randy Foy is on the way. Bosch, a screen on Bryant. Off the screen. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 1 on the basket from Foy.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Now Conley. Derek Favors missing from long range. Conley, the pass to Bosch. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Bosch has got 43 points.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
And Pekovic throws it down.
And what a gutting play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Outside Conley. Here's Bosch, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now. Looking at the game Pekovic has been having, 11 rebounds and 4 blocks.
Looney's checked in for Utah. So the first one drops, and that ties the game up.
2 shots.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead.
Extreme confidence at the line. That's how you win close ones.
Jazz have gotten things started superbly in overtime, hitting 5 of the first 7 shots. Conley dishes to Bosch. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bosch has got 47 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Gay kicks to Rose. Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the Jazz making a change here. McGarry's checked in. For Utah, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in OT. They'd love to keep that percentage right where it is, but they get it back. Bosch misses. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
There's Rose with the 3. It's good. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
I tell you what, this is the white-hot version of Derrick Rose right now.
Outside Conley. Pekovic against Bosch. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
To the paint. Here's Pekovic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Chris Bosch.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation. Those are some big-time heroics at the stripe. A little bit of defense, and they can put this one in the win column.
And the Jazz call time here. They're behind by 2. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Conley against Rose. Bosch nails it. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
This is exactly what happens when you allow Chris Bosch to get going.
There's the dish to Bryant. Count it.
Kobe has been sensational.
Now here's Conley. Down low. Here's Foy. It's good. This game is all even.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Here's Rose. Dishes to Bryant. Here's the 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. Welcome back to overtime basketball in what has been a tremendous battle so far. We're going to keep this one going.
That's a jump ball.
And the Warriors with possession here. Conley against Rose. Favors attacking. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Stolen by Rose. Oh, and here comes Kobe all alone.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Here's Foy. Shot misses. Great D that time from Favors. Warriors leading by 4, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pekovic.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Jazz shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Conley against Rose. Conley into the lane, and stolen by Favors. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Nobody near game. Off target from three-point range. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Conley. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Conley's got 21 in the game.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now, here is Ford. Following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Bosch passes to Ford. Conley dishes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Good work defensively by Kobe.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts. Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He has 9 rebounds and a crazy number of assists. He's been hot from downtown to go along with those great assist numbers.
Yeah, but he's also shot it well, but then he's also done a great job of dissecting the defense with some great passes.
Here's Rose after the basket by Utah. Bryant is doubled. Here's Pekovic. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Pekovic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Utah calls timeout. Shot from the inbound, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blower. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Rose, that's good. Rose has got 24 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
They set the pick. It's Bosch with the drive. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
You know, Bosch is playing really well. He has 50 points and also 3 steals. This game is all about him right now.
Full domination mode, guys. And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Conley into the lane. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Johnson. Conley's got the game tied up here for Utah.
Are you kidding me? How could this get any better? A brilliant play defensively at the most crucial time.
And you love to see games played this well. It's not just about making shots. It's about making plays, particularly on the defensive end.
Outside, Kobe. Inside, stolen by Bosch. In transition, here come the Jazz. Foy with the ball. It's stolen by Rose. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts, Grade, to come up with the steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a real.
Conley against Rose. There's the screen. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. That's 28 points for Conley.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Favors. Boom, he jams it straight down.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Hang time on that rim puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out. What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
Conley kicks to Bosch. Back to Conley. Releases. Here's McGarry. Count it!
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And Jay, strong work all around in the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Utah calls timeout. They trail by 2. There's 21 seconds left to play in the second overtime of quite a heated game. What do you think, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
Conley, off target. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
McGarry kicks to Foy. From deep 3-point range, off the mark. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly, but I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Derek, you were able to maneuver in and out of the lane and handle many tough shooting situations. How did that become such a big part of your game?
That's something I'm used to, I guess. Just playing in the park, playing in the gym, trying to shoot crazy shots, and thank God they're going in.
Well done, Derek. Thank you. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now we send you to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who's standing by in our studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Derrick Rose. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
He was an artist with the basketball tonight, guys. Just a ridiculous amount of assists for him in this game. The way he moved the ball around the court, making sure everyone had their hand in the offense, was superb. That's how you play the point in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
working. Cold planning funerals, you might fit the. Before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. Hey, get on your job, little man, this ain't Saturday. We in two different lanes, you can't navigate. We in two different games, you playing patty cake. Brother, you're lame. Yeah, out of shape. My mind run a mile a minute. The sky's the limit. I'm so high, I'm diving in it. My ride just tinted. But it's just invented. The best out. Foolish pride to make you not admit it. Well, if this why you nodding with it? The hate in your blood can't stop your soul from vibing with it. Now you all conflicted. Cause my flows is wicked. And my sticker and all of y'all picking me cause they know a star when they see a star. Ain't even got a to know here. Cheer up. You saved so many, you a hero. Medal of Honor, I'm feeling on top like Pac when he with Madonna. Hey, this is before dishonor. Get arrested and forget to tell my mama. She got enough to stress about my gon' get me out. No criminal record, but I'm making criminal records. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it iconic? Jacket so expensive you wouldn't even try on it. But it fit me perfect, I purchase it if I want it. The city on my shoulders, so no girl, you can't cry on it. When you make a list of the greatest, hate, am I on it? Maybe not yet, but I got the clock. Said it goes tick, tock, game on lock. Sun gon' shine, but the rain won't stop, oh no. If I should die before I wake, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a very special holiday wish from all of us here at 2K Sports.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson and Shaq and Kenny.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, it's
Shaka Claus.
What a festive day it is. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, hard for them to forget their finals defeat at the hands of this team last season. Nothing can erase that, but a win wouldn't hurt. From all of us here at 2K, Merry Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho!
Nowhere I would rather be on this day than here with you guys.
I got a couple other places, but this is not bad either.
You know
I
what
got
I
a
got
couple
for
other
Christmas,
places,
Ernie?
got a couple other guys.
You know what I got
couple
for
other
Christmas
people.
this morning?
What'd you get?
Not a dang thing.
No?
I'm
no
Santa,
gifts?
I'm Santa Claus. Santa Claus don't get gifts.
Oh. Well, it sure is great to be here and be watching NBA hoop, isn't it, fellas?
It is, buddy. It sure is.
Well, I appreciate the helicopter, Santa, that you got me today.
That wasn't Santa. That was me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Well, I think the game's just about ready to start. So what do you say we go to Kevin Harlan?
Yeah.
Good idea.
I
Kevin.
didn't buy that for
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. A contest between conferences, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
And, of course, playing against their NBA Finals opponent from a season ago, they hoisted the Larry O'Brien Trophy and sent this club home empty-handed.
Guys, plenty of anticipation for this one from the fans and these two teams and even us. Two elite teams, no doubt about it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Cleveland, they've got Bellinelli. Wiggins is out there with Young. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Parker in at the one spot.
And now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Here's Young. Can't get it to go. So Golden State will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
The fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. Boy, was that a battle, and it turned out to be a real gritty win for them.
Yeah, they saved their best for last that day. Got it done in overtime.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
Here's Kobe following the score by Tony Parker. For three, Mozgov grabs the board. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Mozgov a screen on Pekovic. Mozgov sets a screen for Wiggins. Makes it off the glass. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here's Rose. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Kicks it out to Gay. From deep. Bellinelli pulls it in. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to New York.
And boy, that was a tough one to lose, guys. But they played well throughout that game, just unable to convert down the stretch.
Yeah, I know we don't get into moral victories, but they can definitely take away some positives from it because even though they came up on the short end, there was some good stuff too.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Offensive rebound. Here's Favors, and that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
They get it back. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Cavaliers leading. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, I briefly spoke with David Blatt. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding, he presents some challenges because he can shoot over side. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
Thanks again, Doris. And that one's good. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Rose against Parker. Passes it to Wiggins. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And it's 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Young sets a screen for Parker. Teardrop shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
And guys, when you talk about Thaddeus Young, last year was another solid season for him. Excellent job finishing around the rim as usual. Solid rebounding numbers, but still trying to improve his consistency from the 3. He started the season strong in that department and kind of fell off a bit at the end.
Now here's Parker. Last game, 26 points. Here's Wiggins. The offensive rebound. Shot clock at 3. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now let's step back and have a look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The Warriors, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
That free throw, no good.
Man, Thaddeus Young, he's really entering the prime of his career right now at age 27. Hard to believe he's now in his 9th season. Only spent 1 year in college. Still plenty of room to grow. You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
And Bryant gets it to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Mozgov kicks to Bellinelli. Wiggins drives in. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. Young last year, as you mentioned, GA, shipped to Brooklyn, provided good punch off the bench.
And Young is so efficient in his scoring that he's a great guy to play heavy minutes off the bench. Shot over 50% from the floor in his games with the Nets. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
Now here's Wiggins. 10 points for him. No good from 11 feet.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, Only one playoff. Only one. Count them, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he were still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Parker drives in. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Parker's got 6.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending. And, you know, back to Rudy Gay, he's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be complete.
It's Parker with the drive. That's good. Parker's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Beverly, the pass to Bekovic. Beverly wide open. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
And thinking more about Rudy Gay, one key number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Now here's Gay, following the miss by Tony Parker. Three-pointer. Another miss by Gay.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Wiggins. 10 points for him.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Some changes for Golden State. Olynyk comes in for Nikola Pekovic, and it's Hezonja in for Rudy Gay. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Lenz checked in for Mozgov. Julius Randle comes in for Thaddeus Young. Johnson, he's checked in for Wiggins, and Barton subbed in for Bellinelli. Here's Hezonja, cans it from downtown. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And it's blocked. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Beverly against Parker. And that one's good. Beverly's got his first basket of the night.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Here's Barton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Nobody near Parker. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Parker's got 10 points.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Barton, no luck.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5, as you mentioned. That didn't take very long, did it?
Beverly off target with his 3. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Parker kicks to Johnson. No good. That would have tied it.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
Now here's Parker. Derek Favors unable to get his shot to go. From deep. Barton, no luck. Warriors leading by 3. Barbosa for 3, and that one's good. Barbosa's got 9 points.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Glenn, a screen. Parker against Barbosa. Parker outside. Tries it again, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They lead by 4. Now Beverly, an 11-point game for him in the win against Utah.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And there's the pass to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Warriors on top, up 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And Kobe Bryant dealing with Kobe's age, and with the 2 years worth of injuries, is coming back for him just a matter of Greg adjustments, or is that another way of saying he has to limit everyone's expectation, including his own?
You know what? When it comes to Kobe Bryant, history has shown that the normal rules just don't apply. I think it's the rest of the league that's going to have to adjust to a well-rested and still very lethal Black Mamba.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for our Christmas Day matchup. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
We've got Olynyk. Rudy Gay is out there with Hazonia. And there's Bryant, and it's Rose in at the point guard position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
Bellinelli dishes to Plumlee. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
So back to Kelly Olynyk. As a coach, you have to identify the matchups where he can be effective, because Clark is against explosive long-limb guys. They'll take advantage of him.
Yeah, they will, but in the right matchup, he's effective. He can help. He makes 35% of his threes, has done that for the last 2 years, and I think he gives you some toughness and rebounding as well. I like him as a second-unit player.
Here's Gay, and again, no good by Golden State.
No other way to put it, just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Parker passes to Young. Rose with the block. And here we go. Gay's got it, the fast break. Yeah.
doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
I guess even he has took this one of those once in a while.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Warriors have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. The free throw drops for Kobe. Well, Special K, so many records for Kobe, but one he set last season was most misses all time from the floor.
He passed the great Hondo, John Havlicek, for that title. I'm sure John doesn't mind having him pass him up for that
the
one.
Old Buckeye, you're right.
That's right, most misses. But you look at the players on that list, a who's who of NBA stars.
Rose against Parker. Parker with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. Parker's running. In the corner, it's Wiggins. The dish to Plumlee. Pass to Young from 12 feet out. And that's good for 2. Young's got his first bucket of the night. Warriors leading by 5. Kobe, that's for 2. Here's Olynyk. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Parker. And that is good. Now it's just a 3-point Warrior lead.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
And it's Rose penetrating. And the Warriors miss again. The Cavaliers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gay with no one around. Off target from outside.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Rose. Oh! This is nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Warriors leading by 5. Unloads from 13. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. That's 10 points for Kobe Bryant. Cavaliers shooting with 42% accuracy in the second quarter. Plumlee with a screen on Rose. Parker kicks to Plumlee. Inside, here's Olynyk. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And nice job again that time to add to their lead. They're doing everything right at the moment.
Greg, you're exactly right. Good, solid, steady, no-frills basketball. Doing it in all aspects of the game right now, and that's a hard combination to beat.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together, hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
The Warriors making a switch here. Beverly's checked in.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Wiggins. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play, so they are equally as adept on that side of the ball. And guys, you see how Rudy Gay just exploded last season in the second half. I mean, I think he felt at ease in George Karl's system, and I think that's one reason why you're starting to see just how good Rudy Gay can be.
Derek Favors checked in for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Kobe. Len's shot is off.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
For a long time, critics have gotten on Gay for his lack of efficiency, but he quieted some of those voices, Clark, last year with his play and stats.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, across the board, he made nice improvements, not only in his scoring, but also his ability to create shots for others.
And the shot is good.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Warriors leading by 13. Now here's Beverly. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. To the middle, here's Favors, and he jams it with authority.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
And the dunk by Len.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need. Woo. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And he gets it to go. Len's got his third basket of the night.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And it's Beverly missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Barton, defended by Beverly. Barton dishes to Len. That's good, and the Warrior lead has got down to 11 on the bucket from Mozgov.
Boy, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Down low, here's Gay, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December, taking a look at Toronto. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers, 5 games behind.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
Hezonja, he's checked in for Golden State. And Cleveland also making a change. Randall's checked in for Mozgov.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Fires from deep. The shot misses. So Golden State will take it the other way. Pass to Hezonja. And here's Gay outside. Another three for Golden State.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Barton passes to Johnson. Kicks it to Barton. Young in the corner. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Warriors leading by 17. Passes it to Hezonja. Got a piece of it. 1:39 left in the first half of the game. Len, a screen. Here's Barton. Here's Randall. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Warriors.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passes. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Tony Parker's checked in for Young. Favors sets the pick for Beverly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Barton kicks to Parker. Ripped away. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. And it's good. Beverly's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And he gets it to go. 10 points for Alex Len.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Beverly dishes to Gay. 17 seconds left here in the second. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Parker up top. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it three.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And so we wrap up the first half. Warriors lead by 13. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Thanks for joining us. A pumped up home crowd is our backdrop for this halftime analysis. Some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 15 points and 1 assist. Hey big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far? And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
They need to look into areas where they can gain an advantage. Rebounding is largely...
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be here.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Tremendous output from Parker. He's got 17 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
So on the floor for Cleveland, they've got Wiggins. Bellinelli is out there with Tony Parker. Then it's Young, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And that sends Rudy Gay to the free throw line. It's on Thaddeus Young. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Wiggins against Gay to the right side. Here's Pekovic, rejected by Mozgov. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by Bryant. And it's Wiggins missing.
And on the subject of Pekovic, last season was another difficult step back for him physically. At some point, one wonders if his whole career becomes in jeopardy. It just takes so much effort to keep coming back. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Wiggins, second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by Young. Young's got 6.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Parker against Rose, and stolen by Wiggins. Parker passes to Bellinelli. Mozgov a screen on Gay. Here's Bellinelli, and it's blocked. And Rose wide open. He shoots. Rose with another miss.
And guys, I for one can relate to what Pekovic is going through. I mean, it's not easy as a big man to get those injuries to your legs. I mean, you're carrying a lot of weight and force around. I mean, let's hope Nikola finds a little more luck going forward as far as the injury.
Rose goes in. Comes up empty down low. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here's Wiggins, and a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Warriors have gone only 1 of 6 in the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Timeout called the Cavaliers. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Patrick Beverley is checked in for Rose.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Wiggins. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And Bryant kicks to Pekovic, pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
Hey, guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve that mark over the course of a season. Typically, championship teams are somewhere in the +6 to +8 range. 10 is off the charts.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's 2-on-1 for the finish, and finished off by Gay.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And you know what? That Warriors point differential was helped out a lot by their play at home. The home differential was almost +15 points per game. A lot of blowout wins. Scary thing is they set their starters in the fourth so often, they could have made those numbers even higher had they won.
And it's Bryant missing. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Out to the right wing. There's the double team with Pekovic. Parker outside, shoots the 3, and that one's good. Parker's got 20 points.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Favors with the screen. Kobe dishes to Favors, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Parker against Beverley. And Parker, here we go. Great D that time from Favors.
Boy, he blew the easy 2 by profile. trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Hezonja comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Barbosa in for Kobe. For three, Barbosa. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
The Cavaliers have been shooting 50% at the line, 5 of 10.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Julius Randle comes in for Mozgov. And it's Johnson in for Bellinelli. There's the bucket. Good. The Cavaliers trail by 17. It's Parker with the drive. Great D that time from Favors.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last.
And you know what? Just a little too much heat on that pass for him to come up with the steal.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that was going to be a tough catch for either one of them.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Wiggins up top. There's the three. No good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. They host the Kings after this game, and that game concludes a 5-game homestand.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Barton, defended by Beverly. And that one's good. Barton.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Outside Favors. Leandro Barbosa on the wing. Back to Favors. Just 5 to shoot. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they're bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
And that one's good. Wiggins. Here's Beverly. 6 points for him. Feeds it to Barbosa. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Land's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wiggins drives in. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Wiggins has got 21 in the game.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
A lot of comparisons have been made about Andrew Wiggins. Kobe Bryant, in fact, Clark went as far as to say that he sees a lot of himself in Wiggins as a player.
Ultimate compliment there. I mean, that's exactly what Kobe Bryant just gave him. Wiggins has the chance to reach that level, I think.
And Beverly kicks to Olynyk. And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Talking about Kobe, seeing Wiggins as a young version of himself. The skill set Wiggins has is eerily similar to that of a young Kobe.
Barton passes to Johnson. Dishes to Barton. Glenn, a screen. Here's Barton, covered by Barbosa. And here's Johnson outside. Favors with the rebound. Favors got 15 rebounds here tonight.
For me, the one thing that set Kobe apart and made him a champion really was his work ethic. If Wiggins can improve and work like Kobe did, then like Kobe, the sky could be the limit.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hezonja, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
He's tall for a shooting guard, and he took full advantage of his height on that one.
And the Warriors making a change here. Rose is checked in.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Wiggins dishes to Randall. Shot from free throw range. Great D that time from Favors. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
The shot by Len, wide open. And that one comes up a bit short. Warriors leading by 18. Back to Rose. Rejected by Len. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Barton kicks to Randall. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And that one's good. 12 points for Derek Favors.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Here's Barton, covered by Barbosa. And that one's good. Barton's got his second bucket tonight.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Barbosa kicks to Olynyk. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Johnson the screen. Here's Barton. That falls. Ice feed that time from Wiggins. Barton's got 7 points in the game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Double team on Rose. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And the Warriors with some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Olynyk, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for Rose. Barbosa against Wiggins. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line. Only 71% as a shooter.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Hezonja is out there with Rudy Gay. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And there's Pekovic. And it's Bryant in at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Warriors leading by 15, and there's the feed to Beverley. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. Kobe's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Parker against Beverly. Parker drives in. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Outside Bryant. He dishes it to Gay. Here's Beverly. Good on the triple. Beverly's got 5 points now this quarter.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Rejected by Len. Here's Parker. And he gets it to go. Parker's got 22 points.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
And the pass to Gay. 14 feet away. Here's Pekovic. Mozgov with the block. But they get it back. Derek Favors checked in for the Warriors. And Cleveland also making a change. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Alex Len. The dish to Parker. Plumlee with a screen on Beverly. Parker against Beverly. Now here's Parker. He's tightly guarded. Mozgov kicks to Bellinelli. And he's way off from outside.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And again, no good by Golden State. The Cavaliers trail by 16. He kicks to Young. The 3. Favors with the rebound. Warriors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. The drive by Game. Here's Pekovic. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. And the Warriors lead by 18.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Gay passes to Pekovic. Plumlee with the steal. Kicks to Bellinelli. He feeds it to Young. Got that bucket in no time at all.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
It's Parker with the drive. And the rejection by Favors.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Bellinelli. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And how about no turnovers here in the second half, making sure they get a quality possession every time down the floor.
Warriors leading by 16. And Kobe, here we go. Cannot hit.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Stolen by Beverly.
Guys, you take a look at that box score. 5 turnovers for him. I think he's got to avoid the high-risk plays. Just be solid out there.
Parker dishes to Plumlee. Plumlee with a screen on Bryant. Inside, knocked loose. Parker against Beverly. It's Parker with the drive. Got a piece of it. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Beverly missing.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
There's Parker with the 3. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
The shot by Gay. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Gay's got 22.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
no expiration date on their legs. They just seem to be fresh, and they're putting those fresh legs to good use.
Here's Parker. Here's Mozgov. Kept alive.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Warriors leading by 18. Gay with it. He's picked up by Parker. Gay kicks to Bryant. Back to Gay. The shot is off. Plumlee with some nice D. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Parker outside. Mozgov, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
The Warriors making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Andrew Wiggins checked in for the Cavaliers.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today. No doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
The baseline J. Parker with another miss.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. Looking to end his cold spell, and the rejection by Favors. On the wing, Wiggins, guarded by Kobe. Wiggins drives in, makes it off the glass. Wiggins has got 25 points.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
They grabbed their own miss.
I tell you what, I'd settle for having as many points in this game as he has rebounds.
Yeah, I'd echo that. I mean, we're witnessing something special here today, Greg.
Trains it from beyond the arc. And he has 28 points for the game.
They're not going to run that play very often. But, hey, they'll take it. Way to notch that three.
Here's Bryant. Second shot opportunity, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Well, this team has really been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing an outstanding job. And that's one of the reasons they're on top.
Here's Young. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 14 points here for Thaddeus Young.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Rose, good. And the Warriors lead by 14.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Bellinelli passes to Parker. Got a hand on it.
I think he's got to regroup and get himself together here. I mean, something's gone wrong with him this quarter. He's really fallen off.
And it comes off the front of the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Pass to Mozgov. Cleveland moving the ball around. Young against Pekovic. Great D that time from Pekovic. Balanced scoring, Clark, for them. They're moving it well.
Yeah, you love to see teams share the sugar. Everybody getting a touch, everybody enjoying an opportunity to score. That makes it a lot of fun for everybody on the court.
You know, it sounds better when you say it than watching it. Okay? I like better when you say it. Sharing the sugar.
You might want to cut down on that sugar intake, though, Clark. But anyway, everybody's been involved in this offense here early on, and it has a way of helping you defensively.
Wiggins against Gay. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Snatched up. Pekovic. Parker with the steal.
They're doing well overall, but the turnovers have been the exception.
Yeah, it has been, and they've been able to overcome the carelessness to this point, but I'm sure the coaching staff wants that to get cleaned up right now.
Gay with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Gay can't get it to go.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
Wiggins drives in. Warriors with the rebound. Gay's got 7 rebounds in the game. And here's Rose outside, and that one's good. And the Warriors lead by 17.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're down by 17. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Wiggins against Gay to stop the drought. Can't hit, so Golden State will take it the other way. And it's Rose penetrating, lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Rose has got 7 now in this quarter. The Cavaliers trail by 19. It's stolen by Rose. That drops.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Warriors.
Clark, free throws were a big factor in this one.
Yeah, you know what? It's great to get to the line, Kevin, but the other half of that is you got to convert, and they did that.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the season.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. They get it again. And again, it's Rudy Gay.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And it's Rose penetrating.
Cavaliers foul. Timothy Mozgov. That's his third.
Free throw drops for Rose.
Shooting for Golden State, Derrick Rose.
And Rose drops them both. "12 seconds left in the game. And here is Bynum. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Rudy, congratulations on the win. How would you evaluate the team's offense tonight?
You know, I think our defense kind of got our offense into it. You know, we're that kind of team. Our defense makes our offense. We run the floor and we share the ball. So whenever we out there playing defense like we did today, we usually are in a good position.
Well done, Rudy. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Doris, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Now we'll send it up to the award-winning Ernie Johnson, who is standing by for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game. Derek Favors.
In terms of individual rebounding, he had a game that will be remembered for a long, long time. Whether it's chasing down long rebounds or grabbing one in traffic or one-handed rebounds, he was going after them and corralling all of them.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some games, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon, and good night, everybody.
Towards the darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what the? Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo, it's.
I leap over lies in a single pound. The Black Prophet, one day I got struck by knowledge of self. It gave me super scientific powers. Now I run through the ghetto, battling my arch nemesis, Mr. Ignorance. He's been trying to take me out since the days of my youth. He feared this day will come. I'm hot on his trail, but sometimes he slips away because he has an army. They always give me trouble, mainly hatred, jealousy, and envy. They attack me, they think they got me, but I use my super science and I twist all three. I see sparks over that building. At me, I dip, do a backflip, then I in the heart with bookmarks. Ignorance hates when I drop it, but no matter what he do, he can't. Let's continue the saga, mad drama. I met this chick, she said she knew where ignorance was at. I said where? She said downtown. He had. I think the line is a setup, I can smell it, but ignorance is running rampant. Aight, baby, show me the exact spot. Meet me at Hoyt and Skimmerhorn at 3 on the dot. So I hops up on the A train, I'm being followed. My 7th sense is danger. I turn around, this anger. And he brought a marble along. It's the same old song. Despair and animosity got broke with the swiftness. I don't know what they think this is. I feel a sharp pain in my neck, now I can't see on my hem. They hit me with a dart filled with the pork chop serum. I tried to hold on, but before long I dropped. When I awoke, I was locked in the barber shop, trapped in the barber's chair. Oh no, they're gonna try and cut my hair, but that can't stop the prophet.
Yo, Prophet, ignorance is tired of you following them around. We about to put an internet out right now. Animosity, despair,